Boba Fett bit, Boba Fett bit, Boba Fett bit,
Boba Fett bit.
Boba Fett bit,
Boba Fett bit. Got some real issues with this as well.
Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
So have you watched it?
Oh yes, I've watched. There's only been 2 so far, and
Yeah.
First one's next one, third one.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night. Okay, I'm gonna just read what I've got. I'm gonna read out what I've written down here. It is frustratingly slow. Do we really need the flashbacks to be as long as they are? We know we had to see how he survived getting out of Sarlacc. We've seen that. That's good. Well done. Good effort. Still the oxygen. Yeah, nice one. Get out. Have your things stolen. Right, yeah, we knew all that happened anyway, but good to see what happens. Now we've got Dancing with Wolves.
Yeah, that was the comment I did make.
And it's just dragging on too much. You get about, 7 or 8 minutes of what's happening now in taking over Jabba's criminal syndicate stuff. And that's actually quite good. And just as it gets going, we cut back to bloody Kevin Costner nonsense.
And it did almost feel like at some times it was as long as Dances with Wolves.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like 7 or 8 minutes of current, and then the rest of the 45-50 minutes is taken up with flashbacks.
I think the other thing that grated on me as well is that whilst most of the special effects were really good, because it's a Disney film, Disney series, and it's got money, the huts still look as bad as they did 30 years ago or 20 years ago.
Yeah, but they've done that, haven't they? Because the idea is they couldn't make them look really, really good, because then it would make the other ones that they basically tried to keep it. It's the same as the Klingons, isn't it? When in Star Trek,
that is such a.
Yeah, but they have. When in Star Trek, when they made the Klingons more in the Next Generation, they upgraded them and they had the big foreheads and all that. And then you went back to the 1960s and basically Klingons just had bushy eyebrows. It was just everyone was like, oh, the Jat. And so they've tried to keep it in with.
No, that's a get out.
It was.
That's a get out. They should have.
They've got the money to do it.
CGI.
They've got Lucasfilm. They don't even have to pay for it. They own the stuff. They could make it better, but they're trying to. Because remember as well, this is only technically 3 or 4 years after Jedi, I think. With that, because he's come out the pit. He's been in there a while, hasn't he? But I think it's the modern, the present in Boba Fett is a couple of years after.
It's about 5 or 6 years
after,
after Jedi.
Yeah, because he's already the Mandalorian.
Because it's basically it's the same time.
So
time
they would have looked similar. But I know what you're saying. It still because Jabba looked like that when they CGI'd him anyway. I'd rather they kept him with the.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
So your point doesn't make any sense because.
Well, no, my point is they kept it. To
it looks worse in
CGI than it does
in the original Jedi.
Yeah.
So they I know I guess it's far too much of an effort to do what they did in Jedi originally.
So improve the CGI.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm with you. It does look ropey.
Yeah, I enjoyed it though.
I'm
black.
I don't think I'm enjoying it. I am actually watching it just so I can engage in these conversations. That is the only reason I'm watching it. But Mandalorian, I watched it for its own sake, and even though I could live happily not ever watching it, I still enjoyed watching it.
But they've introduced, I'm always going to say this wrong, they've introduced Black Chrysanthemum now, who's like the evil bounty hunter dude, who's come out with the comics and that, and
come to a toy store near you.
Oh, definitely. But he's an evil bastard in the comics. So it'd be interesting to see how that plays out. And I did think, is he going to be the next series? Because that seems to be, introduce a character, give him his own series, off he goes.
Yeah, but Disney can't do an anti-hero as bad as that. Or as evil as that.
Well, rather. It's not Disney, it's under Star Wars on Disney Plus, isn't it? So they get away
still own it, though, don't they? So,
yeah.
There's all manner of problematic. I mean, they've changed the name of his ship.
Yeah, you can't be Slave One
anymore. So, the likelihood of them having a character that's as evil as you say in the comics, I can't see that happening. But Boba Fett, to me, just at the moment, it feels like it's just a fanboy wank fest that they want to get as many little bits in there.
Yeah. And it did go to Toshi Station as well. We finally got to see Toshi Station. I don't know if
hang on. No, I know this. So that's because he's going back later on to pick up some, not bike parts, but some
Power converters.
power converters, and that's where he's going, isn't it? Yes.
So we finally wonder if they're still there. 'Cause he never got them.
Yeah, they're still waiting for him to turn up.
Probably at a
I'll come
discount.
out, pick up some stuff for Skywalker. Oh, yeah, we got that here. There you go. But yeah, no, it's good to see. I mean, yeah, it is a bit fanboyish, I suppose, but it is that. I think it's going to move forward. And but my biggest problem with it is that, like, when did Boba Fett become? I'm guessing that's part of his Dances with Wolves. I would have gone Enemy Mine myself, because that was what Dances with Wolves ripped off. I would have gone. But you know, he's an evil bastard. You know, if he dies, he dies. Remember, like when he puts down it. But you know, it's that kind of okay. Maybe he's been on some soul-searching journey since he came out of the Sarlacc or whatever. But you know, it's that Sons of Anarchy, Sopranos thing that we've talked about before. You get these characters, they're cool, you like them, then they do something horrific, and you're like, well, have they done that? And then you remember again, oh yeah, they're an evil bastard. Jabba the Hutt is more kind of John Wayne at Jabba the Hutt. Boba Fett is more John Wayne at the moment. He's coming in and I'm going to do it my way, you know, and be respectful. Not, you know, he would have just shot him dead.
Yeah, and there was nothing about his being, you know, resurrected from and living with the Sand People that should have turned him nice.
Yeah, not yet. We haven't seen it all yet. That's what I mean. Maybe they all get massacred at the end or something. Or, well, the ending's either going to be they all get massacred and he ends up there because he's got his Sand People robes now, so we know where they've come from. So he's like a chief or something. So are they all going to come in at the end and save the day, or are they all going to get killed and then he gets the person who killed them and he's known all along who it was that's trying to get him, or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be. But Matt Berry as the robot was quite cool. I didn't spot that until the credits come up.
Yeah, I had to go back and see what was he?
He's the white.
Yeah.
He's like the
I know.
doctor
I
robot.
did the same. I had to go back and work out
Sorry.
what the character was, because it says in order of class and order of appearance. I don't remember seeing him.
And there was somebody else that popped up. I was like, oh, Frank Trigg, the ex-UFC fighter, and he's a referee now. He's one of the Gamorrean guards. He was like, and Frank Trigg. And I was like, I didn't see him in it. I thought maybe he's one of the assassins because it's martial art. And it's like, no, he's one of the Gamorrean guards. Although one of them, when they walk, you could see the fold in the legs, and I didn't like that. You know, that where it's obviously their legs are not as big as, but that's just, you know, if you're being real attention to detail. But that's interesting though. It's something different, and it's
No, I will not accept that. It is not something different.
well, it is in the Star Wars world.
How?
Well, there's no Skywalkers involved, and there's no one's even mentioned the Force yet.
Oh, okay, I'll give you that. But
Do you know what I mean? This is underside criminal activity Star Wars rather than.
But it's not though, is it? At the moment.
Well, it will. Well, this is what I'm hoping. We're getting. You know, it's the
You're
backstory.
projecting your.
I'm seeing what it could be. I'm seeing what it could be.
Use the Force, bro.